Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the craft room with Tanya. Thank you very, very much for joining me again this morning. Sorry, I just lift this out of the road. Before I start, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel. I have been overawed by the numbers. I think we're now over 300. I can't believe it. I simply can't believe it. I've only been making cards for nearly a year, I think it is now, so just under a year. I'm sure you can tell from the videos, I've been absolutely bitten by the bug, and I love it. And I've loved the combination of people that have been making them for a long time, and I'm sort of really overawed that people that have been making them for a long time want to watch my videos. So that has blown me away. And also beginners, and anybody that is a beginner, welcome to our group, if you like, because that's very much what I think of this as, a little group. And I hope you have fun. If there's anything that I can do to help you in your process, in your learning process, please, 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 leave me a message. If there's something you would like to see me trying to have a go at, please leave me a message. I'm not saying I'll always make a success of it, but what I will do is give it a go. Okay, and the final thing that I want to say is a massive, massive thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the channel and everybody that has left a message. The messages have been overwhelmingly, I'm off again, kind and supportive. And I'm absolutely and utterly flabbergasted. It's a lovely thing to be part of, actually, and I'm so glad that I started videoing at all. I really, really am, and it just gives me that little bit of enthusiasm to keep going and keep trying. Okay, now I want to get to these little cards. I do apologise. I made these very, very late, and they're a little bit askew. If I'm going to have to cut them down, and well, this one I'm going to have to cut down because it's not straight, and you couldn't possibly give that out the way it is. But nevertheless, this was a trial to see if I could make it work. And I'm doing this for a lovely, lovely lady who sent me a really pleasant comment and had said that the majority of her embossing folders lent more towards the sort of floral and fauna than it did that kind of mechanical industrial theme. And she was wondering how she would make that work for her. So I thought, well, do you know what? We'll give it a go and we'll see. So I have given it a go. I don't know how well, but hopefully you'll like it. I did cut out a little butterfly to put in. Now, to be honest with you, first of all, he's on the mirror card and he does stand out, which is, or she, who knows. And I thought, oh, that's pretty. But I think the card just looks perfect without it. I really don't think I need it. You can maybe put it inside if you wanted, but to me, it just, for me personally, less is more, and I think it doesn't need it. I actually put the silver on as a background. And this is just Lustre wax. I'm going to show you how to do it. Don't worry. It's very, very quick. Once again, incredibly easy. And yet the effects are, for me, I think they're glorious, absolutely gorgeous. And I started with the silver Lustre wax with the intention of going back over it with the golds and rose gold and plain gold, which I did here. And it is lovely, and I think it's very pretty, but I might have been a bit heavy-handed with it, actually. But I just loved the silver. I just thought, do you know what? It doesn't really need anything else, does it? It's just beautiful. You could even go over that with a little bit of Distress Oxide ink, if you wanted to. Maybe something like Salvage Patina or Shabby Shutters, or, you know, something along those lines. But to me, I think it works either way. I think it's lovely. Okay. So I'm going to show you how I made it. And it's very simple. It's very, very like the first card that I did do. Now I have pre-cut to save time, I have a 5x7, and this is just a pre-made card. This is not my Syntago. I'm cheating today. This is a card from Anita's. This is what I started out with at the very beginning. It's just a plain 5x7, and to be honest, I just want to use it up and get them all used up, because I do make all my own cards. Mostly I make all my own cards now, but might as well use what we've got. I've pre-cut my black background and my gold mirror car background, because we're going to do the full Monty, as they say, this morning. Now, the folder that I use for this is the Sizzix Tim Holtz Roses folder, 3D embossing folder, and there's a lot of gilt, or whatever you like to call it, in that. For those of you that have been telling me that the lustre wax doesn't come off once you put it on, the Sizzix ones do for some reason, which is why I use the hairspray technique, just to put that little bit of lacquer over them to stop them, because they come off on my fingers, and they come off on sometimes on the card themselves, and I don't know what it is about them, but maybe I'm using them too quickly. But that's, I don't know, after I've rubbed them on, maybe I should leave them to dry a bit more, and have a little bit of patience. Right, let's get started. Now, like I said, the card base I'm using for this is a 5x7, so I've just sort of stepped everything down to suit, and this is the bit that I'm going to emboss. I've pre-cut it for the same reason. I don't want to lose any of the detail, so I'm going to spritz and waft, so bear with me a second, because I don't want to do that and get the lens soaked. So there we go. Now I'm just going to pop this in. I want to get the bottom rows and the little top one in as much as I can. Let me see. No, I think I need to move that over a hair. Like, is that it? Yeah, I think that's pretty much perfect. Now again, the sandwich for the Sizzix 3D embossing folder is a standard platform and just your top plate. I'm back to using my old winding through one, as you can hear. The reason for that is that I had a little incident with my electric one, and I got my card and embossing folder stuck. It jammed. I invested in a precision plate for it, a Sizzix, precision plate, and it wasn't an embossing folder. It was a die. What am I talking about? It was a happy birthday die. Put the whole lot in. Went to run it through. I thought, oh, that doesn't sound the healthiest, but me being me, fired on ahead anyway, and the whole thing jammed, and I had to go and get hubby, God bless him, and he very kindly hauled and pulled for ages and got the whole thing out. I'm very grateful to him. So it is working again, but I've lost a little bit of faith in it, if truth be told. I was having a bit of problem getting the dies to run through it for some reason. They weren't cutting. Now, it's no doubt something that I was doing, but I've just left it to the side for the moment. I will play with it at a later date when I'm feeling more inclined. But at the moment, I'm just leaving it. I'm going to pull the sleeves up a bit out of the road. So we have our gorgeous detail of our little rose with some lustre wax already on it from the folder. Look at that, and that's the lustre wax. It doesn't come off. Here we go. Just going to use a little bit of silver. Now, where's my card? Here it is, that I had. And I'm going to take the excess off. But it doesn't really matter, because I'm going to go over the whole thing like this. And it's lovely, because where you can't reach, you get that lovely black coming through of the cardstock, where you can't reach with the lustre wax. And I love that you get little swirls and things. I think it looks gorgeous. And honestly, I would leave it like that. If it were me, I really, really would. I think that's just perfect in its own right. Look at that. How simple is that for a card front? And what more do you need, really? What do you need? But in the true format of what I was asked to do, I think it's only fair that we go the whole hog. So I'm going to put, this is rose gold. I'm only going to put a little bit in or on my finger and a little bit on the card. I'm taking off any little excess and just leaving a small amount. And all I want to do with this is highlight a few of the leaves or petals on the rose. Sort of, you know, at the edges where they maybe have started to wilt or go a little bit. I don't want to do the whole thing by any stretch. There you go, it's probably enough. I'm not even sure that it is enough, do you know. Let me see. I have a little applicator. Now, I have to be honest, I have little applicators here. Look. I have used this side for my rose gold, this side for my gold. I haven't used that one at all. And this one's for my silver. These are just cheap eye makeup applicators that I got from Amazon. And I got this trick from the wonderful Christine Stokes. I have to be honest, I've watched nearly every video that she's ever made. I'm a massive fan, and I saw this on her channel on one of her videos, and I thought, hey, that's the jobby. So don't be thanking me for this one, thank Christine. It was her video that I saw anyway. I don't know if she got it from somebody else or whether. I'm just going to add a little bit more rose gold in detail, and I'm just again going over a few edges. Nothing too elaborate. Can you see that? Okay, have I got that in shot? But just a little bit, just here and there. There we go. I think that's probably enough. And then I'm going to, other side of that one, I'm going to do the same with my gold. I think that's plenty. And here we go. I'm just going to, and I don't want to lose the black, and I don't want to lose the detail. And I have to be honest, I felt I was a little bit heavy-handed with the first one. So I'm going to keep this very, very subtle, because I don't think it needs too much. I really don't. Just a little bit more. Make sure I haven't got too much on, and bring out a little bit of the gold up here. That's perfect. I'm not going to do anything more because I do want to use this one, to be honest. So I'm going to try and stick it down straight this time. Oh dear, the powers that be, eh? So there we go. Oh, I'm covered in it, and it does come off. Look, it really does. I don't know why, but it does. So hands first of all, before we go any further. Clean the hands. Oh dear. Try and get as much off as I possibly can, and clean that one. I'm just going to set that to the side for a second and make sure that I've got a clean workbench. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I was crafting with my granddaughter this weekend, and oh bless her cotton socks, there's glitter everywhere, absolutely everywhere. Now what I'm going to do is give this a little spray with a hairspray. Where's my cloth? Because the lacquer of the hairspray stops this stuff from coming off all over the card and the fingers. Oh, yuck. Absolutely hate that smell. Oh, hold on, give me a second, I can't go near it. It's a well-ventilated room, the door is open, and I have the vents open, and the windows and everything else, but still. So there you go. Give it a wee minute, and then we'll proceed to make the card up, and it's as simple as that. Here we go. So 5 by 7, let's try and get it straight this time, Tanya. Oh, another lovely lady gave me a tip about the tombow. she actually was saying that, now let me get this right. Oh, I can't. It's on my phone. Oh, I think the trick is, let's see. Let's give it a go and see. She said that if you use your Tombow, that's a bit big, and just do tiny little dots. Oh, that's too big too. I think she said tiny, like micro, too big. Right, we'll see if that works. She said they actually make like little glue dots. They keep their tackiness even when they dry. Now, if I've misquoted her, I do apologise profusely. I will go back and check, and then I'll read I'll print it out or write it out and read it, the quotation properly. Right, where am I? Yes, Tombow. She was saying it's a very, very versatile glue. She had been card making for, I think it was 25 years, which I find, isn't that fantastic? Gosh, I hope I get 25 years out of it. I'm 59. Gosh, I hope so. Wouldn't that be marvellous? Still crafting. I love it. Love the age range of people too that enjoy this. Sorry, I'm trying to get my hair out of my eyes to see if I've got that straight. I'm afraid I'm feeling a little bit under the weather at the moment. I have acquired a head cold, as well as a glittery craft from the granddaughter. There we go. Yeah, that looks straight. That looks nice and straight to me. Simple as that. Oh, I didn't get lustre wax. No, not a smudge. That's, thank you very much to the stinky hairspray. Oh, I do apologise, Silver Crin, if you're listening. If anybody works at Silver Crin, I apologise. I did tell the story at the very start about the hairspray, so go back and listen to video 1, which is hard to watch. But I have a slighter version, let's say. It makes me feel rather nauseous. Now, here we go. Just try and get this straight as well. Here we go. I think that's me. Is it? I think that's me. Yeah, I think it. Maybe move it up slightly. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Make sure it's all... No, this is still coming off. Or maybe that was from before. Maybe that was from before, to be fair. Now, just, you do need to push this down a little bit. Just where the... do you see where those little bits lift? You do need to give it a wee push down, a wee press. It's a difficult one. Now, a good tip. I ran this through... I don't... Oh, it is lifting a bit there. I'll have to run back over that. Let's see. That's one thing. I hate getting this on my cardstock. Any glue. Although it's, to be fair, it's easy wiped. That's better. There we go. That's much better. You do, ideally, it would be great if you could put a little bit of weight down, but I'm just going to hold my fingers where I need to on this for a moment to make sure. Yeah, I think that's it now. Great that those edges are down, because the embossing is so strong, it tries to push it back up, and it's still doing it. There we go. Is that me now? With a bit of luck. Now, like I said, this isn't the right butterfly, obviously. I would use a gold one with this one, but you could maybe put a smaller one in if you really wanted a butterfly. But I think do it inside, you know. Now all I have to do is mount this to the card. I nearly forgot about that bit. I'm not busy chittering. There we go. And just get it down onto the card, and that's it. That's your card. How easy is that? There we go. There we go. Perfect. And he's pushed down a little bit there too. Perfect. I'm pleased with that. Now look, isn't that just so simple? What more do you need? I actually had a little bit of gilding polish looked out to see if I could add a few pieces here and there, just to see if I could lift it. But to be honest with you, I don't think it needs it. I think it's pretty much perfect the way it is. I love it. And I love that no matter how many of these you do, they're all going to be slightly different. They're all unique. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous dye. So there you go. Floral. With the grungy look, if you like, with a little bit of lustre wax. You could, if you wanted to, take some black paint and go in and do a few more of these details, but honestly, less is more, isn't it? And that's it. Another little card. I hope you enjoyed this one. And for the lovely, lovely lady that asked me to do it, I have my fingers crossed that you enjoyed it. I'll bring the other two back in, poorly made as they are. They're all different. Look, every one of them's different. And isn't that what it's all about? Having, you know, unique cards. Same folder, 3 different cards. Gorgeous. Okay, well there you go. I'll let you get on with the rest of your day. I hope it's a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep hitting the like button, and if you haven't subscribed and you think you would like to see more videos, then please do. Your support is very, very genuinely appreciated. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.